And hello everyone, all about the gyro here, and here is the Formula Renault 2.0. We did a few races in this series last season as one of our feature series, but this year we're going to try to make a championship out of it. So we are here at Hockenheim, back in our Benetton-inspired livery, and this is the last race of the week, because I've raced everything else, and we had the 6 hours at the Glen as well. So to give you a frame of reference, this was filmed the day after the 6 hour of the Glen run. So you'll be seeing all those videos on the YouTube here in the next few days. So a few things about this car. This car was the direct competitor to the F3 back in the day. 210 brake horsepower, 7-speed gearbox, can get up to almost 150 miles per hour when trimmed out. 2-liter motor. Then, when FIA started looking at how to handle super license, they decided to give the F3 a certain advantage, and that is the F3 started getting more super license points, and the F2 as well getting more super license points than the Formula Renault 2.0 and 3.5. And so because of that, this series faded away. Now, Dan Suzuki says that this car is actually harder than the F3 to drive. And I can attest to you that that is true. You have to be very careful in the braking in this car, especially on cold tires. Getting a setup to work here has been challenging, to say the least. But we are here, and we're waiting to see how these splits are going to go. Because as it stands right now, there's going to be 3 splits, because this series caps itself off at either 24 or 26. As you see, we have 56 registered. So there'll be 3 splits. At the time of this recording, my iRating, a nice 1055. And we are up, I believe, something like 85 points for the week. So, knowing that there's going to be 3 splits may make my strategy interesting, to say the least. The one thing I'm realizing, though, is you have to drive this car defensively. They have made some updates to this car in terms of the model. And, yeah. It's still a fun car to drive. So anyway, we're going to get ready here to get into the race session here in a moment. Our fastest time, 1:41.1. That was with a full race setup, which is what we're going to qualify on. And this car is twitching enough to where I just want one good quali, and that's it. Just want to get the car in the field. Now, we don't know if we are going to be at the top of one of the splits or at the bottom of one of the splits. Because we're now starting to get into that iRating where in this series, depending on how the splits are, you can end up one or the other. So, it's been a good week. But we got one more race to run, and let's hope we have a good, safe race. That would be nice.
Radio check. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes.
Okay. We are the number 10 car in a 19-car split. So this tells me we're probably toward a bottom split. He said that gives us a very nice target. So, let's talk about Hockenheim in this car. All the setups we've tested, and we are testing 3 of them this season, CSS, PDS, and Majors, they have been very interesting to wrap our heads around. Now, I can tell you from looking at my Race Labs overlay that I just fired up, this is the bottom split because the number 19 car is on a 400 iRating. So it is going to be pivotal to maintain or be ahead of my current position. Number one car is at 1.2K. So I'm close to the average. So it's going to be important to avoid trouble. So this car has been very, very fussy to drive here at Hockenheim. I've had to do a lot of work in the setup because I'm either getting the car bottoming out under braking. I hit the brakes and it immediately spins because of the bottoming out. We've had to do some work with the brake bias. It has not been easy. And the reason is when these sets were made, they hadn't made the midweek patch update. And the Formula Renault did get some work done to it because people were hitting the brakes 100% and having no problem.
Pit lane speed limit is 31 miles per hour. Pit exit's clear. Stay behind the white line. Okay, Dwayne, we've got 2 laps. Let's get this done.
So we're in the bottom split of 3. So just need to be sensible. And this week we're using a modified variant of the TDS high downforce set because it's the only one I could get working once they made all the changes to the car. And this car on cold tires, you got to treat it with so much respect. Otherwise, it'll just loop on you. And here I've been trying to take this in second, but the car wants to loop. I've been using third. 14 laps. Standing start. Let's see what we got in the car. Race setup now. Feel the car got twitchy there. And this may be just a race of survival. Get my top 10. And call it good. This hairpin's very tricky. I've been taking it in second. Some of them have been taking it in first. In this circuit, you have to drive very defensively.
position. Your last lap time was at 1:41.25.
That will not last very long being on pole. But the point is, we put a time on the board. Here we go. We got first folks. Now the fast, I've seen a couple put 1:37s up. But yeah, the setup makers kind of got gypped here because of the updates they made to the car. So they reworked some of the parameters of the car, because as aforementioned, when they updated it, you could slam the brakes at 100%, the car would not lock up. It would just brake like it was nothing. And so those who were familiar with this said, wait a minute, this is not right. So they went and changed it and made it the way it's supposed to be. So right now we're in third, and that was with a 1 lap and done, so I'm not too unhappy about that. The big thing is going to be avoiding the carnage. You're going to see, like I said, I got a good quality time, so if someone says, I'm going to give you 5th, I'm taking it and walking away. You really do not want to have to pit here for damage. That is very bad. And the other part is how many people are not even going to qualify. So, Brent McGee.
The leader's just done a 1:39.16. The guy ahead has just done a 1:40.40.
Now we're starting to see some times. So, this is 17X. You do get a fast repair in the series. 5th on the grid is not bad. This is one of those where just avoiding the carnage, where if you have to take the off track, you take it here off the starting line, because of the potential carnage. So let's see how people are doing with their off tracks. Not too bad, actually. We only got one that's got a little bit of a problem. So we have some Division 5s. And we got 1, 2, 3 Division 6s. We're in 7. And we're all the way through to Division 10. And we have some Division 9. So and so, yeah, I'm looking forward to driving this car. It's going to be very interesting. Like next week we have Laguna Seca. So I will be skipping that week. You're allowed 4 drop weeks in the championship. So I'll be dropping Laguna Seca next week. And for the other series, it's VRS GT3, IMSA, Michelin Pilot Challenge are all at Hockenheim. Formula V is at Oulton Park on the Foster's layout. So, very important to get, with 3 splits, a good race in to score those important championship points. So it looks like we're going to end up being P5, which is excellent.
That's the end of the session, P5.
Pretty happy with that. So when racing Formula Renault, make sure your fast repair is always enabled. So a lot of people say dump the clutch till it bites. I tend to kind of slow start this car. just to not have it spin. So good thing is cool track temperatures. Let's see, we're missing the number 4 car. So I only rev mine to about 4 to 4,500 and go about it that way. I go for a smooth start, not the most rapid start. Okay, we got 16 seconds, and then the number 4 car will be starting from the... Okay, number 4 car is in. We should have some... Okay, 4, 3, 2... Alright, here we go.
14 laps. The air temp is 64 Fahrenheit.
We're about 5,000.
Ready.
Here we go.
Go, nail it.
No, he gave me room.
Car left, clear left.
And there's the wreck behind. As I took a little bit of a defensive line with cold tires.
Good start, mate. We think P6 has gone off in turn 15.
Pretty good start.
Nice one, Dwayne. This is terrific. Exactly what we came here for.
Now,
P3.
can I do that 13 more times? And Brent McGee, the lowest I rating, is behind me. So maybe Andrew and Dave, and then I'll just hang out here. I'll take P3 all day long.
We think P2 has gone off in turn 13.
So I'm driving very cautiously. double tires.
As the car exiting the pits. The leader has just done a 140.00. P2.
Trying to be super careful because I'm in a fantastic position here. Just need to maintain this. And if Brent gets near me, I'm not going to fight him.
The guy behind's reeling you in. The gap's now 2.0 seconds.
Here.
That's a new fastest lap for Ford, 139.61. Sector 2 is 0.7 off the pace.
Now that I got a little bit of a drafting partner. And all I got to do is keep it on the road sensibly, and podium is ours.
There's an incident in Spitzker hairpin. It looks like Nieto.
I think that's behind me.
Incident in Sachs. There's an incident in Mercedes. It looks like it's Nieto. Yellow flag. Keep your wits about you, mate. Right side's clear.
Thank you. Now I got a buffer. And clean air.
The gap to Ford ahead is now 7.7 seconds.
Okay. Brent is now struggling to get by too. Meanwhile,
Incident in turn 9.
concerned about the back marker more than I am about P3. So I hope he doesn't hold up Brent too long, because Brent may have the pace on me here. All right.
You've just done a 140.71. That's your fastest lap.
All right, so Brent is by. Good on Jacob for getting out of the way when he did.
The gap behind is now 2.0 seconds.
Not so worried about Andrew. The race is right here, right now.
P2.
Can we maintain P2? Okay, seem to be gaining time in the third sector. All right, time. Trying to make some time now. As Dave Torpy, who was in the lead, is now up to P4. Can't count him out.
There's an incident in Mercedes. There's an incident in Mobile 1.
I think that was the guy that went off there.
You're pulling away. The gap behind is now 4.0 seconds. Alright, Dwayne, halfway home. We've got plenty of fuel.
All right, so far so good. I just need to repeat what I've done. I'm going to be a very happy camper. Just need to keep the car under me. It's all I got to do. Okay, so Torpy is 6.5 seconds. But I think he's got like 5 or 6 laps to get him. You just keep up my pace. We're going to be in good shape here. So I'm just starting to pull away a little bit from Brent. But Brent, the lowest I rating, is having a blinder.
You're pulling away from the guy behind. The gap's now 5.0 seconds. Sector 2 is 0.7 off the pace. Okay, Dwayne, lap times are pretty consistent.
Setup is fantastic right now. The rear is stable so far. The front is stable so far. Just need to keep this pace up. That's all I need to do. And hopefully don't get boxed in by lap traffic. Because Torpy is coming. For Brent.
Just done a 140.60. Good lap. That's your quickest so far. Sector 3 is 0.5 off the pace.
I'm pulling out 3/10 every lap. On Brent. Because I'm worried about Dave more than I am Brent. Because now they're 3 seconds apart. You figure laps 12, 13, 14. Plus half of this one remaining. Need to be a little bit cleaner in Mercedes there.
gap behind is now 5.1.
All right, 3 laps to run. Andrew has driven off and drove a very comfortable pace. And Dave and Brent are about to get into a drafting duel. I'll be happy to put that behind me on the last lap. Trust me. That is such a tricky corner. Tires are just a little warm now. Just a little.
Looks like P4 has binned it in turn 9.
Uh-oh, that is Dave.
I think P4's gone off in Mercedes.
Okay, that really helps me because he was the danger driver. Now if I'm Brent,
The gap to Ord ahead is increasing. It's now 11 seconds.
no, Dave has gotten by.
2 laps left. We're on for a podium here. That lap was at 141.07.
Now can he chase me down?
Got 1 gallon left.
So something happened between Dave and Brent. Just need to drive clean all the way home now. Oh, I'm definitely pushing here. Just want to keep that gap behind me. Apologies in advance for any course chat.
Incident in turn 2. Alright Dwayne, 1 more to go. Keep it together, we'll be on the podium.
Turn 2 is up here.
41.28. There's an incident in Spitzcare hairpin.
I didn't care if I took an off track there. I was concerned about the slow driver there.
The gap behind has now decreased to 3.1. He's quicker than you into Mobile 1.
Good drive, Andrew.
That's half a gallon of fuel left.
How you like them apples? P2, baby. Podium.
Well done, Dwayne. Great drive. That's a podium.
Nice recovery drive, Dave. Zero X set was really good until right toward the end. Well, let's look at the results. Andrew Ford drove it away. He's driving it around. But P2, that is going to score some very good points. And 0x, so the safety rating is going to be very happy. All right, so let's cut you over to the beta UI here. Let me close the session here. And let me go ahead and withdraw. But that went very much to plan. So very good changes on the set. The last probably 3 laps, because the tires get really hot in a Formula Renault. I already had the bias well back. Well back, like 51%. So we had very good consistent pace. And that will cap off an excellent drive. And look at them apples. Nice. So Andrew Ford, 881 driver with 102. Brent with 100. So, yeah, we capitalized. Big safety rating jump. Big I rating jump. 74. That's a big week. I will tell you right now, this week may be the highest I've ever received in terms of gain. I've definitely lost more than 100 points in a week. Queue up Montreal last year. But gaining, this is a very, very good performance. So let's have a look here. So Brent with 100 and Andrew just drove away. Well done to you, sir. All right, let's look in the back at what happened here. So Bradley had a wreck and then disconnected. Roberto slid way off. He's the big loser at 104. In terms of I rating, looking at safety, Alexander lose 1500ths on the safety rating. Simo gets a top 5 with 0.72, so very, very good race, but very, very satisfying. If you look at my average lap and average and best lap, they're 1 second off. Same thing for Andrew. Brent had a little bit of variance. Simo had even more variance. Dave with the fastest time. He did that on lap 6, 1:39.3. He had a little bit of adventures with Andrew at the beginning. And then you see the rest of the tape. So Lars and Paul had 143s, but they didn't do the extra lap. So that's a great way to finish the week. Plus 74. This is an A license, by the way. 3.54. We have gotten our score. So I'm going to bid you adieu for now. Take care of yourself. Take care of one another. I will see you in the next video. God bless.